2 cards either. Yeah, lacking Image 3, we'll see. But another deck, so this is kind of like, I guess, like deck update day. This is also one I really shouldn't have abandoned so fast. This is another one of those, we played 1 league with this deck when Questing Druid came out. We 4-1 with it, I think. I was like really impressed by Questing Druid. Maybe we 3-2, but I was impressed with the Druid. And then like a month later, Mangu puts Druid on the map with the Temur Murktide deck. And then we played a bunch of other Questing Druids after that too. But this was the original one that we played, and I liked it. And lately people have been playing green or Temur Prowess with Questing Druid. Like Questing Druid has like become like a staple in the archetype, the Temur one. I think I like this green-red build the most. Like one, I think that like Questing Druid is better than Expressive Iteration. I don't think that you want a ton of these effects in the deck. I think it's really nice that like because you're playing Questing Druid as like this combination card advantage threat, you also have room for Manamorphose, which the Temur builds just can't fit in the deck, and Manamorphose is really broken in your Underworld Breach Prowess deck. It's so good in the deck. Card I really like a lot. I also really like the like 15, 14, 16, I'm on 15 right now, but like the Abundant Harvest package, it gives you like so much resiliency to Mana Flood, Mana Screw to be on like this Harvest package. And I think Harvest is better than Preordain in the archetype too. A lot of lists mostly just play Preordain over Harvest, although Harvest is a lot worse in the 3-color deck because you have a lot harder time having that density of turn 1 green sources. So like the big thing too is like I have a hard time like wanting I have a hard time like not having like any of the counter magic for the Living End matchup. The matchup that scares me a lot. You can't really fight it with Graveyard Hate in this deck because their Living Ends are just such good wraths. But I think you can just jam 4 Chalice instead. What days do you play Timeless? This is not a Timeless Wednesday kind of channel. It's just whenever I have a deck prepped for Timeless, we play Timeless. Still underrated. But I don't know, it wasn't, and that's also kind of doing that here too. I'm gonna keep this, despite having no creatures, which is kind of dicey. We'll Manamorphose into them. But you know what I mean? I don't want to get into a spot where we have Timeless Tuesdays, baby. Every other day for Modern Monday, Timeless Tuesday, Pioneer Tuesday, but it's just like, I like my process doesn't really work for it. Where I need to prep decks off stream. And I prep the decks when I have ideas for them, and I work on them. And sometimes they get there, and sometimes they don't. But like I just can't force it to happen on specific days of the week. Nor do I want to like feel like I have to play a format on a day because I've committed to it. Come on, opponent. Let's play some Magic. Let's go. So much Rhino. There's a lot of people prepping for the RC, I think. Uh-oh. Remember when this was a 1-lander? Guess that's kind of what happens when you keep these double Manamorphose hands, huh? Jegantha will bail us out, don't worry. Warning Spider. Is there a Modern Lands deck? Yeah, there's a Modern Lands deck. It's really, really, really good. It's one of the best 3 decks of the format. Plays Amulet of Vigor and Primeval Titan. I'm worried that if I wait a turn on the Questing Druid, I'm not going to be able to beat Rhinos, but I feel like I have to seek the Beast here. Is there a reason you don't play music in the background? My family was murdered by a composer. He has like a silly top hat and terrible catchphrases, and I've sworn my vengeance, and I've sworn to never listen to music on stream because of that. Okay, Lava Dart, Bloodstained Mire. I'm okay if they Tidebinder this fetch land, I think. Oh my gosh, I didn't play the Mire. Fuck. Okay, it's not the end of the world, but I was too busy thinking about the composer that murdered my family. Okay, so 2 Mutagenic Growths is plus 6 power to this. 7, 8. Should be able to dart them, right? We make sure they don't force a vigor or force of negation and Mutagenic Growth here. So if they do, I'll probably have to dart a rhino or two. Is Depths that busted? Depths won the no ban list modern tournament Canister hosted like a year ago. Force on dart would be quite bad. Well, if they force on dart, then we still get to kill both rhinos. Okay, they force pitch flame, so now my Swiftspear is a 5-6, 6-7, 7-8. So I have to play a dart here. And I flash back and kill both rhinos, so I could flash back, target them. We 4-1 the Goblin League. We have a 4-4 Questing Druid. I should have another land in my hand, and we did an oopsie daisy. They've got 2 cards left. They have a Footfalls on 1-time counter. And they have a fucking Flame of Anor, number 2. They had just pitched 1. Good follow-up. We draw Underworld Breach right now. We maybe even... I guess we don't have enough life necessarily to just completely combo. Always look at the top deck Breach in these kind of spots, of course. So much goblins. Or so much rhinos, rather. I'm going to go ahead and cast both of these and manifest an Underworld Breach to the top of my library. Do for this version someone that's playing an Archimancer. I want to go back to this build. I think this build, like, it did. We played exactly 1 league of it, and it did well. We never played it again. The Anarchomancer deck, I also feel like there's. I'm kind of struggling with it a little bit on how I want it, but I'm not struggling so much building this one. If that makes sense. I even considered just playing like one Anarchomancer in this deck, or I don't know, fusing the two a little bit, playing Swiftspear over Ragavan in the other one. We'll see. And we'll see you in game 2, opponent. I do like Light the Stage with Chalice, where you can like hit it off of these effects. I think we're just gonna cut the darts. A 1 dart over Bolt for cut a Bauble could be good. 3 Chalices. Still, I think went 3. You could go maybe it down on more. The Bauble's so important in your Breach deck, but it's kind of awkward though. 4 Chalices. I guess you can't tell its Depths is busted because it won the No Balance Tourney. There are also cards like Shaman, Chromax, and Laris in that deck. I mean, every other deck is playing a bunch of No Balance cards. I don't know. I think Dark Depths would be a bad unban. This is save me, bad unban. But like that card is really fucking broken and very fast and hard to interact with and consistent. It would not be as powerful as the no banless version, but it also was the best plan and the best performing deck in the tournament. I'm gonna keep those. Skip the one-liner. Is the plan Juno Red Green Prowess, but Questing Druid also gives you another way to utilize Manamorphose plus Breach? I mean, I think you're definitely overthinking it. Questing Druid is just an amazing card that fits perfectly into the archetype. I don't know. Easy top deck the land. Can't even. I guess not that Fury would really do anything, but no Furies to worry about. Goblins will well. We have 4-1. Yeah, we have 4 DRC, 4 Soul-Scar Mage, 4 Swiftspear, 4 Questing Druid for 16 creatures. And we have a match win right now. Or game win, sorry. Hopefully match win. I was maybe a little off. Second growth here is certainly enough. Let me just see if this was enough. $10, $14. Just show me get that last one, I guess, for fun. How you like Harvest? The card selection is nice. Wondering if the wheel spinning was worth it over iteration without card advantage. Okay, one is we have Questing Druid and Light of the Sage and Underworld Breach as card advantage cards. This deck has a ton of card advantage. Two, Harvest like lets you fit all of these things in the deck too, because it's kind of combination card selection spell that lets you play less lands. You get to play 15 lands plus Harvest, lets you like fit a lot of action in the deck while maintaining a lot of consistency. Harvest is also great. It's just, you know, 1 mana trigger prowess and keep a lot of what like look, I just get to keep this like sick 1-lander. But it's at a Molda 6. Does Inti have a... Inti is not good in your modern deck unless it has Street Wraith and or Cookbook, is my current opinion. I could be proven wrong about this, but Inti is good if you have ideally both of those cards, but mostly Cookbook. Street Wraith is... We played a Street Wraith Shadow deck, that was okay. But it's on a Molda 5. Missed the Goblins part. Haven't thought about Goblins and Timeless. Yeah, I wanna building Muxus Goblins and Timeless is on my to-do list. Just gotta... I don't have like any of the wild cards for it. Hey Lucy, hello. Lucy. Okay, so we're gonna lead on Soul-Scar Mage. Gonna save the Chalice to trigger Prowess, I guess. You can't cycle Wraith if you X off it. You can't, no, but it's so that there's tension with it, but it's also like if you play Inti with Street Wraith, you don't really care that much about your opponent like untapping and killing it because you're just gonna cycle and like draw a card, and so having Street Wraith like turns your 2-mana 2/2 into like a 2-for-1 in your favor often enough that the downside is not as tough as it often is. Shocking here so that I can bolt in response to Dead God or Fire Ice. I'm also going to shock no matter what, you know. So might as well have that option. Yeah, I've seen the new Goblins. I'm pretty excited about them. That's partially why I wanted to play like the old build of Goblins today to like show like what that's doing, because we're going to be playing a lot of the new Goblins when they come out. I think I'm going to go for land here so I can Seek the Beast end of turn. Although they may just be dead if I go for land and hit Lava Dart. So can trigger Prowess 3 more times and deal them 5 damage. 5. Okay, that's pretty lethal. Pretty lethal. Maybe if they force a negation of my Lava Dart, they're alive. No, it's over. It's not legal. Enhanced Surveillance. Whenever you may look at 2 additional cards each time you surveil. So this plus Channeler plus Bauble lets you go infinite. Don't think you need to play all these Mox Ambers then. if that's your combo. Sunken Citadel on white. Oh, they played that mono white Citadel. I thought that deck was good. I really hope they're playing that deck. Okay, it is a crime to play less than 4 Brainstorm, I think, in these kind of decks. I'm not going to send you to... Breach jail just yet, but... Come on, what are we doing? 2 Amber / Imri is also infinite. Right. You have to have 2 Imris too. I don't think you need it. I would maybe just play a 3rd Enhanced Surveillance. Get reprieved here, potentially. Okay, Channeler, Mire. Play this Bloodstained Mire, Spike. Click the Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to play like exactly 1 Mox Amber in this deck over here. I want to play 4 Brainstorms. I want to play 3 Enhanced Surveillances. I kind of want to play Teferi over the One Ring too. Ring kind of sucks in Timeless. I don't know. It's just like doesn't exactly suck, but it ain't exactly good either. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of digging for a Breach here, I think. You know what I mean? Looping Mox is how you make mana. Yeah, but you only need 1, don't you? Or you can't sack them. You can't sack them. Okay. Maybe you do need 3. What the fuck? My opponent just cast Omen of the Sun. Welcome to Modern in 2024. That's to beat Hades. She's beat Hades 5 times. She hasn't like beat the game. She's getting through it. So they're gonna cast a Wrath. Omen of the Sun into Wrath of God. Pigs 27. Thank you. They're not gonna do that. Let's get Delirium, I guess. Ring seems about right. Maybe. I don't know. Teferi's really nice. Combo off at instant speed. More stuff for Mox Amber. Really ever put back Manamorphose in the spot. Let me save the Questing Druid. I think playing another creature onto this board is probably overcommitting. Though now I maybe can, maybe should. Just trying to fill the yard for a future Breach, I think. They also have like a lot of guts here to attack with these human soldiers. There's a Breach. Let's save it for next turn. If I had a Mutagenic Growth, we could play it now. Questing Druid is so sick of this deck. Yeah, I kind of go. I kind of want to cut all the rings. I don't know. Ring is just like this deck is like not that good at answering Bowmasters. Like I'm just not comfortable in Timeless playing a deck with 3 rings and only 4 answers to Bowmasters. I think you need 8. So like I want to go like -3 rings, +1 Enhanced Surveillance, +1 Ragavan, +1 Teferi, or I guess maybe making your mana too bad at that point. But 4th Brainstorm could in that spot instead, I guess. Wonder if we'll ever get Evoke Elementals or Forces in Timeless. I'd be kind of surprised. Bro, what are you doing? What is happening? How did we win our match and then we entered the Omen of the Sun matchup? Should you ban board summon number? You maybe could, maybe should. If you feel like that's what you want in the flex spots. Yeah, but I don't really want to. Yeah, the main thing is I don't really want to play Ring in that deck. I don't know. If I'm telling you not to play Ring in the deck, I think it's, you know, something extra to listen to too, because I've played as many rings as anybody else, if not more, you know. If anything, like, I've had a tendency to play Ring in too many decks. That makes sense? So when I'm telling you to not play it, it's like, I think something extra to listen to. Okay, we are up against the Omen of the Sea bracket. I have no Omen of the Sun bracket. I have no sideboard cards for this popular matchup. I'm going to run it back. There's not even Yorion isn't even in this format, brother. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing? Although I did register Omen of the Sun at a Arena PT when Yorion was legal. Or was it Omen of the Sun? I think it was. Must have been. Was the tracksuit? This is a Magic hoodie or jacket's got a sick dragon on the back. Wrong league. They played Unthanized, so it's not like it was a Pioneer deck. Yeah, needed Chalice on 3. I tend to play Soul-Scar Mage before any of the other 1-drops. Because you have to fully untap to get any value out of this. With Channeler, you can get Surveil value the turn you play it. So Spirit obviously just attack the same turn. To conform with C4 so I'm pretty sure. I don't think I was playing Luca. It was main decking like 4 Yorions. It was a Nassif deck that was main decking 4 Yorions and Omen of the Sea, Omen of the Sun, 60 cards because there just weren't enough good cards. And so you just like slam Yorion to get infinite value. Custom or some script. It was like MagicCon Vegas. They sold these. Me and Esther both have one. The Lava Dart and a Mutagenic Growth. I'm gonna get that dart in the yard. Shocks in Ameria. I'm shocking this. They're a field deck. Damping Sphere Reprieve combo. Guess I'm bringing in some Ancient Grudges. Three cards in their hand. 15 life. And dart them on their turn. Or maybe dart an Omen of the Sun token. I wonder if I play Force of Vigor in their deck. Secure the wastes. They secured the wastes. Seriously, I'm playing a more mid-rangey red-black version with Question Bridge. We played like a league of that deck. It seemed like it was okay, but I got pretty bored. Man, no Delirium. Can't flashback Dart because of the Damping Sphere. Get reprieved. Solitude, our cast. So this costs 3 mana. He got Spectacle with Breach. I think so. Oh no, card's mana cost. Never mind. Sorry. Of course not. Down to 6. Not the highest life total I've ever been at. Also, somehow I don't have a Delirium. You have 3 darts in the yard at least. There's Delirium. It's a bit awkward with my Breach that I want to play here. Let's take a look and see what they're drawing next turn. Okay, that's good news. So this costs 3, and then I can play just a Bauble. Let's, although the problem is I have to flashback these darts. So I just kind of have to play this. Oh no, the Bauble costs. I played 1 spell. Yeah, I don't know. I have to like use my. I have to use the Breach this turn that I actually have 5 mana because I have all these darts in the yard. Lightning Bolt's not so bad here. I think I'm gonna graveyard it though. Some better cards you could find. The Mage is probably good enough to keep. So presumably they're going to make a castle token. Can they start making 2 tokens a turn next turn? 2. They can actually, huh? Instead, they make another Secure the Wastes. So I'm going to have to Lava Dart to survive. I did not board the grudges in, but I will be boarding them in. Can only dart once because of the sphere. Okay, so if I keep this on top, Soul-Scar Mage, dart, flashback dart, die to the token still, to use graveyard. Dead, right? Make 2 tokens. Oh no, they can only make 1. So I'm like technically alive, but I have to. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's still 6 minus 5. I get hit for 1. Okay, game 3 against Damping Sphere, soloing me. Got a couple of Mutagenic Growths against the all-white exile removal deck, typically. I did go on a rant about Secure the Waste and how it's never been good in any format lately. And it was also, you know, I don't know that I could say it was good that game. I remember, like, I think it was Brian Bronduin who was, like, wrote an article or something talking about Secure the Waste and, like, the, like, Snapcaster control decks of Old Modern, how it was, like, somewhat stock just to play 1 copy. But Brian was like, if you're going to play a big, expensive card that makes tokens, why are we not playing Elspeth Sun's Champion? And Elspeth Sun's Champion was so much better, I felt. That card was, like, unbeatable. It used to be in Modern. You play Elspeth and just... You would, like, sideboard Elspeth and Bant Eldrazi to, like, win the mirror. It was so sick. What a card. Okay, I think I'm saving the Bauble for next turn. hell times have changed. Okay, we'll graveyard this for Delirium. Take a peek at what they're drawing. Field of Ruin. We have Delirium. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this actually. Chalice. Okay, I'm glad I boarded in these grudges. 2 of them. Dig a little bit deeper with this, I guess. We may also have like sneaky prowess lethal here. Maybe it's gonna be a little short. I'm gonna make red green again. Ooh. Okay. Oh, we win. They don't have Solitude, but probably should have already Solituded. Maybe not. You know, some people don't play Manamorphose. Keep your mulligan on the play in the blind. I think I mulligan. It's very close, though. This hand's looking better. I typically lead on, again, on Mage over Channeler. But the exception to that rule is usually when I'm trying to surveil for lands. So I'm going to put back the Manamorphose. KekW just talked about how good it is. I don't know, it's just the card to put back here, I think. Crying as I have to graveyard this. Could main phase the Bauble cracks. We could draw Mutagenic Growth and stop Unholy Heat on the Channeler, but I think it's just better to be better against this card. Okay, so let's just say this is conditions met. Also, it makes a white token, and it's a black card. I guess that's fine. Okay, so make it 2/2, gain 2, surveil 2, investigate for 2 mana is saw Cavern, I got excited for a second. Is okay. Close to being good. So we have Delirium. Let me look at my top card. It's an Underworld Breach. So I guess I'm just gonna go... Although I could try to... No, I think I just need to harvest for land. Play the mage. Hope to be fast enough. Yeah, it's a lot of text. Hard to evaluate. It's so much text. Does a lot. 2/2. Gain 2, surveil 2, investigate for 2 mana instant speed. That's probably playable. But obviously a creature has to have died for this to happen, so not oh what the fuck. Okay. Yeah, evoke combo. I don't know. That one's a question mark. I have to think some more about it. But is there a way we can a chance to want to win destroy enchantments board up a sage or something? What enchantments are we scared of? No, we're not dead this turn. It's kind of a disrespectful no blocks. I thought they would block. So I can double bolt them. Alright, I'm gonna bolt Azusa. My goal is to light up the stage into a land and surveil a lava dart into the yard, and then kill the Dryad too. Try to keep them off Titan for another turn. Okay, step one. Surveil lava dart into the yard. So I'm going to go ahead and just dart the Dryad here to give myself one extra look at a land. Found it. So this likely keeps my opponent off of Titan for a turn. I have 4, 5, 8 damage here. So if I can upkeep Dart and Surveil into Bolt, Mutagenic Growth, another Dart, all of these win. Swiftspear I think is a little short. The One Ring? Spelunking. So I don't think this changes the plan of trying to dart and upkeep. Again, this is 4 damage plus 1, 5, 8. So, oh, Mutagenic Growth is not enough. Swiftspear is not enough. Bolt is enough. Dart is enough. They have a Dryad. Okay, so them casting another Dryad here is me no longer upkeeping this because I want to now need to draw like Underworld Breach. Questing Druid, huh? Graveyard the 4th Lava Dart, I think. Maybe 3rd. Exile Mage Dart. I guess it wasn't the 4th one, huh? I mean, they only have 2 cards in their hand. It does seem like whenever Titan has 2 cards in their hand, it's Bounce Land Titan. But maybe they have to go after this. And killing the Dryad probably means they can't Titan next turn if they have to go for pick this up Transmute. Let's say they do have to go pick up their... So if they have... So let's say they have Bounce Land plus just this. Then they have 8 mana and it costs 9 mana to Titan, so... They decide not to block, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this damage happen, I think. Plays Odawara as first land for turn. Casts Primeval Titan. So just dead to 2 Valakuts, right? It's 8 plus 6. I guess that's only 14. We just kill both of these and I'm dead. Maybe they'll impulsively miscount and point both these at my face. Oh, it's 4. Never mind. I always think this is 6 instead of 12. I have to do it every time. Okay, Magus is in for sure. I want some number of grudges and maybe some number of heats. Maybe all of these. If I bring in all of these, we're cutting the light up to stages. I tend to go down to 1 breach in this matchup. Just cut the darts. Neither bolt nor dart are particularly good. I do like the bolt kills Grazer and Karn. Not that they're playing Karn necessarily. I'll play 1 dart, 3 bolts. Yeah, I can shrink the Titan by 1. Powerful stuff, huh? Manamorphose. I kind of just like never cut any number of Manamorphose in any matchup, but don't know if that's wrong. But I know these cards kind of are bad. I think that's where the fat you want to trim. I think Breach is also like, you know, it's kind of slower. It's too slow, too grindy. Sometimes they bring in endurance against you. I think you want to have 1 copy. The first copy is so good, but think it makes sense to cut. Also, Breach is kind of a 3-drop, right? So when you're bringing in the other 3 drops, it makes more sense to cut there too. Was there any chance holding my Soul-Scar Mage was correct? No, we're just like still super dead to them having Titan probably. So like you just need to not play around their last 2 cards. We can land Titan. All right, I got several cards I got to keep. I think this is another spot where you lead on Channeler because you want to use the Manamorphose to surveil into land number 3. Although I guess we could do that next turn also. Do this Decklist box with Timeless. Yeah, I just keep forgetting to switch. I don't know why I started defaulting them all as Timeless either. Might just click something. Dismember? Not very likely to get Delirium. I'm still cycling the Manamorphose. Okay, now we're a lot more likely to get Delirium, although we don't have it here. Just gonna Graveyard, play my Mage, crack the Bauble, see another Greaser. We'll have some Urza Sagas to get played this turn. Kind of nice to play the Magus after the Dryad comes down. Ooh, not that. That's not that nice. But playing this after means that they don't have double green as just cast their Titans. The Bolt plus Soul-Scar Mage means we'll be able to attack through the Dryad easy enough to. Then before just bounce land, dismember Titan. Interesting attack. Come on, Magus. You gotta really hold down the fort here. I don't know what to say. We can grudge the ring for a Prowess trigger and a Surveil trigger, maybe. How do you like the murder setting with the Texan stuff? It's okay. Don't have strong feelings about it. Not that I very rarely have strong feelings about Magic settings, I guess. Three cards in their hand, still very high life total. Bogged me off of Delirium, maybe. Let's seek the Beast here. To 2 lands. 15 lands in the deck, right? Yeah, 15. I think my opponent will likely be too greedy to not like snap off this block here. Or not now. They're thinking about it. Some Strixhaven did all one shot. Yeah, that was fun. I like the Strixhaven setting. I don't know. There's I'm always happy if other people are excited, but I don't very often personally get super excited about the lore. Let's say this is a good matchup, maybe not. It's pretty play draw dependent, I think. I think it's okay, especially with the Magus is on the side. Okay, so this will give me Delirium, so my Channeler doesn't die. I'll keep that on top. So they'll be left with just a Grazer here. And a ring that is doing them a lot of damage. Maybe they can chain rings together, though. Channel safe enemies. Oh, yeah, yes. I was thinking it was a 4/4 for some reason, but yeah. Obviously not. Another ring. So I guess we cast Jegantha this turn, and then I can use Jegantha to cast this Questing Druid before I Seek the Beast again. Or I can just attack for 5. Okay, so then playing this Dryad means that their green spells are unlocked. So maybe I should try to Seek the Beast and find, like, Unholy Heat or Second Magus. Let's do that. Get a lot of looks. Third Magus, I guess. Oh, whoops. But those were, I thought one of them was on an adventure. It ain't super exciting, but I'm gonna keep the bolt on top, I guess. Come on, opponent, please. You played a land after tapping mana? That stinks. Wasn't it mana that I was already, like, committed to using? It was a land off of the Seek the Beast, wasn't it? Magus, you have so much work to do. You really have to carry us here, brother. Okay, so now I can go Jegantha, block Titan, shrink it with the bolts. How are they only at 16? Guess they're at 14, huh? I think with the harvest, we can call this hand a keep. If I see the new Vanifar, yeah, the card is pretty interesting. It's 4 mana, but it's also like 4 mana, like 5 power, board 2 on the thing. Yeah, it's a 4 mana 3/4 at the beginning of combat on your turn. So like right as soon as you play it. You get to put a card from your hand face down with Ward 2, and or you could put a +1 counter on all colorless creatures you control. It's like a pretty good line of text. So, aren't you a fan of Preordain and Expressive Iteration? Not really, I guess. I think Harvest is better than Preordain, and I think Questing Druid is better than Iteration. I mean, those cards are fine, but it also like usually comes at the cost of not being able to play Manamorphose, which I tend to be a big hater of. Got a few options this turn. This is a Scales card. This 4 mana. Put a count on each Chalice creature. No. Probably gonna take a hit from the Ragavan. And Seek the Beast. Four mana Show and Tell. Well, you need the thing is you need Ephemerate, but You get like a pretty reasonable board presence for what this card is. Just like really would like, I guess, I don't know, how easy is this card to put into play on turn 3 is really important. Isn't the story of murders like a game of Clue? Like a Ravnica, you just talk to Souls or what's the conflict? How is that not instantly resolved? I don't know. Good question. Although if it's anything like D&D, like I imagine the ghost of Orzhov are like they need some fucking money before they tell you what's going on. I don't know. You could write around it. Okay, so maybe I am just running out the questing druid this turn. Run out questing druid, and then main phase. Bolt plus start Scion. Tony, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Kaya killed the Ghost Council last Ravnica. Did she? Known lore master canister. Sounds like something she'd do. Okay, they got 2 cards in their hand here. See how their follow-up is. If they cast this Lava Dart, they give me a Lava Dart that can kill the Ragavan, so probably will not see them cast it. They have 1 card left in their hand. If it's not very good, we'll see them put Jegantha in hand. Manamorphose here, maybe? I'm going to cast Lava Dart on the Ragavan. I want to see what the next card is. Holy shit. I didn't realize I had the draw step stop. Fuck. No, I can't harvest for land. So embarrassing. Now I'm getting killed by Jegantha. Sorry, chat. Where did I have the draw step stop from? Must have been like a misclick. Blame Arena. They also didn't play a land this turn. They would also hold lands for Kavu, I guess. How about a Teamer deck with Druid, Snappy, Tidebinder, and maybe to see Teamer Tempo? Well, you always, when you're playing a vague Tempo deck in Modern, you always have to ask yourself, what is this doing better than Murktide? And the answer is usually that it is worse than Murktide. They have their own Seek the Beast into Lethal Tribal Flames. Did we lose the die roll? I think we did. Bring in the Heats here. We're kind of really like a third Heat for this matchup. Growths are good. I like the darts. I like the face burn. Maybe we'll trim a Breach and a Light Up the Night. Breach is good too, although they can like reactively handle it pretty well. It has better 2-for-1s. Druid and Flame of North are just iteration. Yeah. I don't know. You could build it. Like I'm not a huge fan of questing Druid in the counterspell decks. I know Mingu's like popularized it. It's okay, but like a lot of times you're Seek the Beasting into Spell Pierce, Counterspell, Tidebinder, and these cards are just like not cards that you can use, right? 215 creatures dropped. Yeah, I saw that one. Card's pretty cool. Cost X less for your combined toughness. Doesn't have Defender though, sadly. It has Defender, But it... Oh, wait, so I guess the discount for walls. Okay, cool. Okay, Wall Tribal just got big buff. Yeah, and it can draw you 15 cards. Let me take another look at it. For some reason, I didn't read that it had Defender. Okay, it does have Defender. Yeah, so this is a 10. It costs 11 mana, so it triggers up the Beanstalk for a Crocodile Elk Turtle. Costs X less, X is the total number of toughness you control. Defender. Blue 2. Until end of turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0. Wait, +1/+0? And gains whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its toughness. Okay, so it deals 3 damage but draws 15. This card is going to be 1 mana a lot in the wall deck. Yeah, why does this even have +1/+0 on it? That is a very odd line of text here, I feel. Oh, sorry. I need to be in a better habit of this. Against these counter decks, I need to just be in my instep, Seeking the Beast. Still staggered by this. Well, they're probably just gonna play a 2-drop. Because the boards finish have no power, right? Maybe it would be too. This card would be too good if it had the damage equal to toughness clause. Yeah. Getting punished here. Let's leave up the dart, I guess. Make it deal tough damage equal tough way too strong with card draw effect. Yeah. I mean, drawing 15, although your opponent's just gonna laugh at cast Spellmasters. But we'll at least get like 1 Wall Stream in with this card. The new Massacre Girl? I haven't seen the new Massacre Girl. Looking at Mythic Spoiler. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna link it. Take a look. Maybe they boarded their Ragavans out. Would make some sense, right? All their stuff has so much toughness. Assemble the players. Yeah, I've seen Assemble the Players. Kind of baits you into thinking it might be good, maybe as kind of my current thinking, but I'm not the most excited about it. Because we exile fetch lands, Soul-Scar Mage. We can go Breach Heat, I guess. Maybe if I see another Unholy Heat, I'm happy enough. There's a Channeler on top. I think we have to go for it. Let's get Spell Pierced again. Yeah, I mean, I got super punished by the not intercepting my questing Druid. I'll try to be better about that going forward. I think I'm going to pivot to the third deck I have prepped for today. I just want to get like 1 league each in, and I have a dentist appointment today, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to the other one. Lest I switch now.